And gosh, like even if you remember when he came back, everyone was fired up about that. Everybody. So when I watched it, just from my sitting there, I was not. There were some people texting me. I remember somebody texting me, "Man, you're the smartest guy in the room," and I wanted to write back like, "F you, man." Like I don't feel that way. I feel this thing we built got damaged, and I'm not putting any blame on anybody. Sorry, I was super Switzerland in this moment.
No, I get it.
I'm not putting any blame on anybody, but I just hated seeing that because as the company grows, and I hope it continues to grow, I hope people remember the mission in the first place, why we were there. And if you bring in people who don't know the mission, then things like that can happen. And I'm not saying he didn't know the mission or anything of that nature, but I was just bummed out. That's how I felt. I was bummed out because you win a title, it's a feather in your cap. You win the Royal Rumble, it's a feather in your cap. Building an alternative wrestling promotion is definitely a feather in the cap. I don't want that to be erased. I don't want that to go away. Plus, there's not as many jobs in wrestling as people think. There's about 1,000 people who work there, structurally, infrastructure, and talent. I'm proud of them, and I want to make sure they're able to feed their families. And that was a situation that was so big and heavy. I don't think it was helpful, right? And I don't know, maybe you can make it helpful, maybe you can do something with it, but it was just, that's how I felt. No heat on Punk, no heat on Matt, Nick, Kinney, or Tony. I was just bummed out when I saw it. That's not how we envisioned it. If you were at All In, were you at All In?
No.
All right, the spirit of All In. If you ever lose the spirit, you're lost.
Right.
And I think the spirit was gone in that moment. Doesn't mean you can't get it back. But it was just a bummer. I also felt weird because I always talk to everybody. So I was like, I don't want to like make it look like I'm taking any sides here, you know? Like I'm literally just an observer now. I'm not there, guys. No connections, you know, other than the initial connection. So just a bummer.